Echoes of the last winter, the city's skyline smolders under a pale, cold sun. Buildings once gleaming with neon now bear the scars of a year-long conflict. Rina Calder steps carefully through streets littered with debris, her boots crunching over shattered glass and twisted metal. Smoke still rises from sectors abandoned during the siege, but pockets of life struggle to bloom amid the ruins. Citizens rebuild homes with makeshift scaffolding, their faces weary yet determined. Markets reopen on uneven streets. Children play amidst rubble, laughter a fragile defiance against memory. The air is thick with tension and hope in equal measure. Rina observes the subtle details. A shopkeeper sanding splintered wood, a couple painting over bullet-riddled walls, and the faint hum of drones assisting reconstruction. Every step is a negotiation between past and present. Survivors carry unseen scars, limping soldiers, widowed parents, and those who lost everything in a flash. Rina's own hands tremble as she helps lift beams and carry supplies, reminding herself that healing is action as much as reflection. The city is alive again, but the war's echoes linger in every cracked window, in every silent alley. In the quiet hours, survivors confront memories they cannot escape. Rina sits atop a partially collapsed building, tracing scars in the wall, replaying moments of fire and betrayal. Pain and guilt are companions. Joy feels foreign. She watches neighbors struggle in private ways, some drinking in the night, others hugging loved ones too tightly, clinging to connection as if it can undo what's lost. Small acts of healing emerge. A young engineer Taryn helps Rina clear rubble near the Riverwalk. A former medic, Ishara, opens an impromptu clinic in a half-burned school. Emotions flare and subside. Laughter through tears, whispered apologies, cautious smiles. Rina notes how even the smallest gestures, repairing a streetlight, sharing a meal, offering a hand reshape the city's atmosphere. Internal reflection drives action. Rina records her observations in a battered tablet, chronicling survival, loss, and subtle victories. She begins to understand trauma as both a weight and a compass, guiding choices, shaping empathy, and teaching patience. Emotional recalibration is uneven moments of hope, spark alongside waves of despair, but each interaction nudges the city closer to collective recovery. A ceremonial event, the Frostlight Festival, is announced to commemorate survival and honor those lost. The festival is both practical and symbolic, rebuilding bridges, clearing debris for stages, and decorating streets with lights scavenged from ruined towers. Rina coordinates logistics alongside Ishara and Taryn, weaving together the fractured factions of the city. Work is punctuated by tension and humor. Rival engineers bicker over stage placement. Children mischievously sabotage lantern lines. Elders grumble about traditions being forgotten. Yet, under these moments, cohesion slowly forms. Rina watches as individuals reclaim agency. A former soldier teaches dance to children. A street artist converts rubble into sculpture. A hacker rigs dynamic lights powered by salvaged solar grids. The festival transforms the cityscape. Night falls and the lights shimmer across cracked streets, reflecting hope and fragility. Rena walks through the crowd, noting how faces soften, laughter returns, and brief memories of pre-war life resurface. Old grudges flicker, but bonds strengthen. Volunteers share meals, stories, and dreams. But this single night acts as both catharsis and rehearsal for the future, showing that joy can coexist with the weight of loss. Rina and her companions emerge stronger from the festival's success. The act of collaboration sparks self-discovery. Taran, once hesitant to trust anyone, now assumes leadership roles. Ishara gains confidence in her medical skills under pressure. Rena herself begins to reconcile her trauma with action, learning that vulnerability can coexist with strength. Friendships deepen through shared tasks and nightly reflection sessions. Stories are exchanged of lost family, acts of heroism, and mistakes that haunt survivors. Conflicts arise, arguments over resource distribution. Old rivalries resurfacing, but each is tempered by lessons learned during reconstruction. Bonds form as people discover that loyalty is not blind obedience, but mutual respect and shared purpose. The city itself becomes a character. Rebuilt streets mirror restored relationships, lights reflecting emotional renewal. Rina starts mentoring younger citizens, teaching them both practical skills and resilience. Her narrative voice records triumphs alongside failures, capturing growth in real time. Through these arcs, the characters rewrite their identities. Survivors are no longer defined solely by what they endured, but by what they are building together. With the festival concluded, the city basks in tentative peace. Yet the horizon hints at future challenges. Rising storms threaten infrastructure. Political factions remain uneasy, and remnants of rogue AI patrol the outskirts. Rina surveys the skyline, seeing both ruins and progress intertwined. Characters look forward differently. Taran dreams of establishing a cooperative engineering guild. Ishara envisions a permanent clinic and training center. Rina considers chronicling the city's story as a guide for others emerging from disaster. Each is stronger, but the scars of war remain physical and emotional. Rina walks along rebuilt streets as winter frost sparkles in the neon glow. She understands that recovery is ongoing, not a singular event. Hope is fragile but actionable. Life beyond trauma is possible, yet vigilance and collaboration will remain essential. The story closes with the city alive yet imperfect, survivors resilient but cautious, and threads of potential conflict and adventure left deliberately open, hinting at the next chapter in this urban saga.